It's tea time. It's tea time. It's tea time. It's tea time. I was going to say I don't have my tea, first of all. Second of all, I think this class is restorative yoga. And so instead of calling it yin, as we've been calling it, I think starting next month, we're going to be in restorative. I want to bring a lot more breath work in and a lot more meditative focus, as well as stretching. So still a 40-minute class, but I want to bring in a lot more breath work because we're not doing a lot of mindful breathing in our lives. And that does so much for connecting that body and mind. First of all, decreasing anxiety and stress and all the things. So go ahead and turn off your phone. And as I was saying, we're going to start off by dropping our bolster on 2 blocks. Okay. So I've got my 1 block tall, and then I've got my 1 block on the medium. You could do it however you want to. And you're going to have your little ramp like this. Now, if you feel like what you really would like more than anything right now is to open your chest, then you are going to put your bottom here and go back over your lazy boy chair and let that chest stretch out. But what I was specifically thinking about for today is that the tired fatigue, right? It's cold and dark for most of us. So turning the opposite way, putting your bottom as close to the bolster as you can, and then turning and putting your legs up the ramp. You could even put a little pillow action back here if you want to. And we're going to come to a reclining spot. Now, the request when I asked today for those that are live was tired and feeling a little bit discombobulated with self, just a little bit out of sync. So we're going to focus on aligning and calibrating and bringing some practice of restoring. So here we go. First, we're going to take our position, whatever that is for you. Please bring your index and thumb together. So we know this is Yana Mudra, and basically Yana means knowledge. So you're sealing it up. We'll turn the palms up. That's one option. If you're feeling vulnerable, it's nice to turn the palms down and feel the floor underneath you, either one. In the first minute here, we're just going to feel this human suit that we wear. We're going to check to see how balanced it feels on the mat. If there's anything you need to adjust, a shoulder, a sweater, anything like that, make it comfortable. And then relax. This first minute of centering is just noticing, where do I feel balanced on my left and right sides? Where do I feel out of balance? 1 minute. Beautiful. We're now going to pull back the curtain and look at our breathing body, the inner body, starting to create what we call a V Samavriti, an unequal breathing pattern, perhaps breathing in for 4 and exhaling for 8, or breathing in for 6, 8, exhaling for 10. So find a rhythm that works for you where the exhale is slightly longer. And as you're taking in this air, feel the body receiving it like a present. Someone giving someone a gift. How do they react to it? Oh, smile. Thank you. Let your body receive this gift of your breath. Keep going, allowing the body to receive the breath like a gift. And then every time you exhale, see if you can feel held by the floor, really giving your weight over to the floor, letting yourself find respite. Two more big breaths, please. Beautiful. So if you're in the position like me, we're just going to use our feet and just kick our props over. If you're in fish pose, you'll flip yourself around. We're going to come to being on our mats, please, with the knees bent, feet on the floor. Keep allowing that breath to be deep. Keep creating that V Samavriti. On your exhale, we're going to bring left knee to the chest and interlace the fingers behind. Just a little bit of a moving. We're going to heel to sky, point the toes, flex the ankle, and bend the knee. That's it. Okay. Heel, point, flex, and bend. Continue on. Two, last one. And release. Exhale, and the right leg comes in, interlace. 5 times the other side, heel, point, heel, and bend. Just keep the focus of your mind on the task at hand. Just keep noticing how your body feels as it moves. Last one. And release. If you're feeling pretty open, maybe you'll toss your arms up and over your head. Otherwise, keep them down by your sides. And we're just going to splash the knees to the left. Feeling the breath being gifted to the body. Front, back, left, right. All right, exhale, bring the knees, splash to the other side. Two. And one. Beautiful. Back up to hands, back up to knees bent. All right, we're going to play with some bridge pose. If you have your blocks handy, go ahead and grab both blocks. And we're going to place the blocks under our feet. So this is an option. You could totally do bridge without having your little levers here. But if you wanted to go a little bit more, you could do the blocks underneath the knees. So here we are. We're going to move into our bridge pose. So walking our shoulder blades in towards the spine and down away from the ears. Walking the shoulder blades in towards the spine and down away from the ears. You almost could feel like you're lifting your spine off the mat. You're tucking it safely inside. Let's grab the sides of our mat. How does the alignment feel with the blocks? How balanced do you feel with your shoulder blades? Is the curve of your neck lifted where you could drive a little car underneath there, right? We want to keep that neck lifted. Once we go up, we're not going to turn the head anymore. So look towards the sky. Big inhale. And exhale, press the upper arm bones to the floor. Feel your chest opening. Let's do that 2 more times. Big inhale. Exhale, push those tops of the arm bones down. Last one, big inhale. Upper arm bones down. Exhale, take yourself up into bridge posture. Now double check you're not collapsing the cervical spine. The neck is still lifted. And we're going to hold this for 8 to 12 breaths, really long time. Some of you might even want to interlace your fingers underneath you, or you're grabbing the sides of the mat. I'm going to quit talking and we're going to take 8 more deep breaths. Again, receive the breath. Upper arm bones really pressing down, cervical spine lifted. Longer exhale than the inhale. 2. And then gently, 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 gently come on down. Beautiful. How's that for you? Okay, one more time. I'm really wanting you to have this challenge. This time on this next round of 8 to 12 breaths, I want you to open your mouth and blow out. So like you're blowing through a straw. Let all the emails go. Let things you shouldn't have said go. Let what's going to come next week go. Like really use this time. The heat that you're creating in the pose, you're going to exhale it out so you can come back to calm. Here we go. Last round. Big inhale, tuck those shoulder blades in, find the alignment of your fingers again, grabbing the sides of the mat or not. Take it in through the nose and then purse your lips. Use yoga. Use this to burn away anything that's not serving you. 3 more. Last one, please. And releasing it down. And we'll take 8 breaths, just receiving. Again, that Yana Mudra, bringing your your index and thumb together. One more deep breath. Very nice. Last thing before we slow down, we're going to take our blocks now and place them on the outside of the mat. We're doing what we call Jatara Parivartanasana, which means a reclining twist. There's a couple ways to do it. So right in the middle of the mat is where your spine is. We're going to pick our hips up and slide over to the left side. So now we're on a diagonal. My shoulders are in the middle of the mat, but my hips are off to the left. And we're going to drop the knees over here to the right. Now you can stack the knees, or preferably you could even let that top leg go a little bit further so you're getting a little bit more of a safe twist through the back body. The other option is to straighten this leg, tuck the toes behind the other leg, and bring yourself into that alignment. Whatever variation of this that you want. Some people like to cross, even cross again at the ankle and play. You could put a block under here. We're going to be spending about 2 minutes, so you want it to be comfortable. You want to make sure that your tailbone is in line with your spine. We're watching ourselves breathe and we're just getting present. How can you use your breath to balance out this suit? One more deep breath. And we'll gently unfold that. Gently move back to center. And if you haven't crossed your legs, go ahead and cross the left leg on top, and we'll bring both knees in just to take a moment here before we do the other side. Maybe rock side to side, maybe even grab the ankles and pull the legs away from one another. You could rock. Keep those upper arm bones, noticing if they're even, right? If you've got one popping up and one not, just notice that. 2 more big breaths. I love yoga. It's so nice. All right, let's get to the other side here. So dragging your hips to the opposite side now, perhaps the right, doing whatever you did last time. Maybe it's crossing the knees, maybe it's stacking the knees, maybe it's pulling that top knee a little further, whatever floats your boat here, maybe using a block. And we'll stay here for a length of time. Continuing to make those exhales a little bit longer. Noticing those upper arm bones again, finding that balance, and we'll take ourselves up, keeping that knee on top or creating that position. Again, bringing the knees in, or you could take your ankles and rock. You could move into your happy baby pose if you'd like to do that. About 3 more breaths. One more breath. Beautiful. And then very slowly, taking all the time you need, very, very slowly, I'd like you to come to being in a seated position here. So whatever is comfortable, sometimes it's nice to take a blanket and drape it over your legs. Maybe you want to lean against a couch. Sometimes it's nice to even have the weight on the shoulders. So we're going to spend about 5 minutes meditating right now, practicing focusing our mind. So much of what I'm talking about in the world right now is habits. And we have all these habit loops. Our minds just go on rote. And the practice of meditation teaches us that we can rein it in whenever we want, rein it in. And so I wanted to start putting that into our practice. So I'm literally setting the timer. And gently close your eyes. Double check that you feel balanced on both sides. Maybe you notice that your arm itches, but you're not going to scratch it. Maybe you'll fix the sweater. You'll do something else, but you're not going to just go right everywhere that your mind tells you to go. Relaxing your tongue, the muscles around your eyes. Letting go now. Begin. Just watch yourself breathe. Nothing else. The thought wanders off, which it will. Pull it in and watch yourself breathe. about 5 more breaths. Letting that be a gift to the body. Last one. Beautiful. Taking your hands to your heart and just warm up those hands a little bit. Warm them up. And just cupping your eyes. Allow your head to rest in your arms and just hold yourself. That darkness that you're looking into. Getting our melatonin, right? Ready for nighttime. And just rolling the left ear to the left shoulder here, maybe even reaching up that left arm, maybe reaching out that right. Maybe you prefer to turn the chin down, maybe not. How precious are you? So big, so precious. One more. Beautiful. Dropping the chin to the chest again and roll it over again. Maybe the right arm goes up. Maybe you're reaching that left arm and just breathe. Maybe it's the chin down. Just recalibrating those sheaths of you, the physical body, right? That bag of bones, Anamaya Kosha. The electrical body, the breath, that Pranamaya Kosha. The intellect, right? The intellect of your mind, Vijnanamaya Kosha. Drop the chin to the chest, even reaching behind you, interlacing your fingers, nice and released here. The Manomaya Kosha for the intellect, the Vijnanamaya Kosha for the gut and the wisdom. And to the final layer, which is our Anandamaya Kosha, which is that bliss. You are all the physical body, the breathing body, the intellect body, the personality or wisdom and instinct body, all the way down to the bliss. Beautiful. Releasing here and give yourself a big old hug. Maybe even eagle arms for those of you working deeper. The left arm could be on top here. You're hugging yourself or full Garudasana. Tucking that chin to the throat, feeling that really beautiful stretch. Coming back up and opening. Giving yourself a hug, right arm on top again, full eagle if you're wanting that. Tuck the chin to the throat and then drop over again. Longer exhales, be Samavriti. Gifting your body with that breath. One more. And that's it. So you have 20 more minutes to play and use what other poses you want to do. You could just lay quietly and listen to music or ocean sounds or whatever floats the boat. If you want to take a Shavasana, I would recommend that you build yourself a little pillow for the skull, not the neck. So our skull will go on here, but we'll let our neck be free. Maybe you'll take the bolster underneath your backs of the knees so that we have support. And this would be a nice place to pause. Or you could go back up to the ramp that we started with or the fish pose that you started with. Again, this is your time. If you have PT exercises that somebody wants you to do, this would be a great time to add those in as you're building this bedtime routine. Okay. All right. As always, thank you so much for keeping your light on. Your keeping your light on affects everyone you touch. So you're benefiting everyone just by your doing this work. So thank you. Deep bows. I will see you next time. And